I wanted to write a story of a family who had experienced an horrific incident in their lives. It's loosely based on a real case that took place many, many years ago. Um, it's called the Martinsville Seven, the execution of seven black men for the rape of a white woman in this small town in the South. I didn't see myself writing the story of the execution, but I was very interested in sort of exploring how that would impact one family if one of their family members was executed. How would they respond to that execution, and how would they deal with it? So I started by just asking myself the question, what if there was a mom um, and a dad and a young girl who is living during that time period in this particular town and this incident took place? How do they respond? Yes, because Emma is haunted. She knows a little bit of what happened, but there are secrets she discovers in her family, things that they didn't talk about. People in the town don't want to talk about it, but she feels that she can't move on at this particular juncture in her life unless she gets some answers, unless she can really sort of put this to rest. So she probes and she asks questions and she's continuing. I mean, she's a spy, a little girl who spies on everyone and tries to figure things out by listening to things she shouldn't hear. And she continues because as an adult, she's still doing the same thing, but doing it in a different way. I find that it's much easier for me to write in the mornings. Um, and I must say, I'm thinking about it all the time. It is, if I'm working on something, it is always in my head. I'm always exploring questions, trying to work things out. So I feel like I'm constantly writing, but in actually, putting the words on paper or I'm at the computer, I try to work in the mornings where there are fewer interruptions in my house, anyway. Well, the bits that I've heard, I don't know. I have a feeling like something is about to explode inside of me. It's very exciting, but I'm anxious also at the same time to hear the whole piece all together. I haven't heard the whole story read yet, and I'll have that soon. Yes, it is done as much as can be done for the reading on April 21st. Yes, I am excited about that, and I am anxious also to hear from the audience um, because I don't see it as being totally, totally done. There's probably another rewrite after some feedback. I've been writing this a long time, so I know that there's a third piece of the process that has to happen after I get feedback. I joined TC Squared Playwrights Lab on the recommendation of Christina Chan. I was looking for a place where I, as a playwright, could develop my work, that I could write and then hear it and get feedback. And I think that's very difficult for a playwright, at least in the Boston area, as far as I know, a difficult space to find for yourself. And TC Squared has been extremely supportive. I don't think I've ever had anything like this as a playwright.